Hey guys, I'm here to do a requested Coastal Scents and eBay palette review, and I'm gonna kind of try to fly through this because I did a video right before this one and it took 20 minutes, and that's the reason why I did my blog or started my blog to begin with, is so I wouldn't have such long reviews. So I'm gonna post a link on the down bar so you guys can see like full details, pictures of this review, like more in-depth information on that. So I'm gonna go ahead quickly and get started. The first palette that I'm gonna show you guys is a eBay version of the 88 Warm palette, and that is what that looks like. So you get all of your warm colors in this palette. You have all of your neutral colors in this palette. You have your lighter colors and you have like a little darker shade, and then it just goes on to, you have like your highlights, and then you have your darker colors, maybe like crease colors or something. If you can even do a smoky eye with this palette. You can do a lot of wearable neutral warm colors, like looks with this. If you are kind of color shy, if you do makeup on other people and need a palette for everyone kind of thing that fits or suits a lot of people, this is a very good palette to go with. Or even if you are very into colored makeup and you want like a palette with a lot of highlights, this is definitely the palette with a lot of highlights. And if I didn't mention before, like a lot of them sorry, a lot of them are matte, but it does have a couple shimmery colors and a couple like frost colors, but for the most part it is a matte palette, and it has very nice color payoff and it stays a while, but of course your matte colors are always going to be a little less pigmented than your shimmers. So that is that for this one. For more information, go ahead and check out my blog. The next palette that I wanted to show you guys is my 88 eBay palette, and I actually like put these nail polish dots on my palettes to I keep my palettes on a file sorter on my vanity, and in order for me to actually know which palette is which, since they all kind of look alike when they're lined in front of each other and I can't see the names, I put this these little colors so that I can know which one it is. Like this one, for example, is my 88 matte color, and I have like dots of colored matte nail polish. So that's how I know that. And yeah, it's a nice little trick that you guys can actually do. And this one is just a complete 88 palette, which is matte. So you get your neutral colors on the sides. So if you are actually looking for, if you're actually more into neutral colors and you're looking to experiment with some bright colors, but you don't want to like completely let go of your neutrals and you like mattes, then this is definitely a palette for you to get. You have your neutral colors on the sides, you have your bold, more colorful colors in the middle, and although it's a matte palette, you do get like 4 or 5 shimmery colors around here, and some of them are a little frostish colors. So yeah, this is a very awesome palette for you to own if you're into neutrals and you're into bolds, or you're just into neutrals and you want to test out some bolds, or you like bold colors and you want to test out some neutrals and kind of tone it down. This would be a very nice palette. Okay, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put a link to the seller. I got it from on eBay. And then this is the next one is the Coastal Scents Ultra Shimmer, and this is like a little shimmery, glittery nail polish, so I can distinguish it from the others. And this is exactly like the palette that you just saw. So it has your neutrals on the sides, more bold, colorful colors in the middle. But of course, this is Ultra Shimmer, so it is Ultra Shimmer. So you definitely have like a lot of shimmery colors, and some of these colors right around here are actually a little more of a frost eyeshadow. So it's not like completely shimmer, it has like a little frost color to it. So yeah, you get these, which are pretty awesome, and all of them are shimmery, and they're very, very highly pigmented, again, because they are shimmer eyeshadows. So shimmer eyeshadows always tend to be more pigmented than mattes. And then the next one would be the Coastal Scents 88 Metal Mania palette. And I have like metallic nail polish on the side to tell me which one is which. And I actually love this palette. I love this palette with a passion. I actually love the fact that it's a neutral... My cat kind of freaked me out. I love the fact that it has like neutral colors, and then it has like these kind of like pinkish colors, which I love, and all at the same time. It's not a shimmer palette, and it's not a matte palette, because that's something I was actually worried about when I actually bought it. I was wondering, I'm like, I don't really need another shimmery palette because I'm not a huge fan of shimmer. So I was thinking to myself, what if it turns out to be like a really shimmery kind of palette? Even though it says Metal Mania, you can never know until you actually receive it. So I was kind of skeptical, and I was wondering, I don't even know what I would do if it's like completely shimmer. I would probably freak out and never use it. But yeah, it's definitely not a shimmer palette, so don't get that kind of mixed up if you are going to order it, or if you're not into shimmer and then you check that palette out and you're probably like thinking, is it a shimmer? Is it like a frost? Well, it's actually a metallic, so it definitely has like these reflective kind of effect to it. So when you put these eyeshadows on your eyes, you get like a reflective kind of nice shine. Like it's just gorgeous. You have to kind of test it out on your skin for yourself, and I'm actually going to do some swatches. If you check out my blog, you'll find that on there. So okay, so yeah, you get like, this is just kind of a random like selection of colors. You don't get like the strips of colors that you get on every other palette. This is just kind of like you get your colors like wherever, except for of course your light ones are usually always right there, and then you have like some dark ones up here, this random like little blue color, which is pretty awesome, and then you just have like some pinks, purples, salmon kind of colors going on. There's a lot of very nice, very nice colors in here, and this is actually a very unique kind of palette, and these are very unique colors also. So yeah, I haven't ever seen a palette with these many like kind of unique colors and like a little blend of metallic eyeshadows either. So that's a very awesome palette. The next one that I want to show you guys is the Prism palette from Coastal Scents 88, and right here I have like a little white and then two colors going on, like the actual prism, like a rainbow prism, and then if I open it up, you guys can see that this one actually has the strips going on. It has the lighter neutral colors on the sides, and then it has the more bold colors in the middle. You get your yellow strip down the middle. You got like a red kind of colors going on there, or orange. Sorry. You get these pinks, you get your salmon pinky colors, and then you have your neutral highlights, and then it goes down to a little darker, little silvers, and then greens, blues, purples, kind of violet color, and then you have your kind of golden, is it? Yeah, it's kind of like a golden, golden, and then you get like cream colors up there, and your darker is down here. And this is for the most part a matte palette. You do have some that have like a couple sparkles, and the sparkle ones are kind of like in the blue-green area. It doesn't really show up as a sparkle, but it does like kind of look like it would have a little sparkle in the pan. And then you have like a couple that are actually look a little frosty, and then you have this very gorgeous color right here. And one thing that I wanted to mention about this palette is, if you're looking to buy a palette and you could only spend on one palette, and you already have, and you're thinking about buying this palette, but you have the 120 palette, I would say don't get this palette, get yourself one of the other palettes instead. The reason I say that is because a lot of colors that are in this palette, in the Prism palette, are in the 120 palette. So if you're looking for another palette and you have your eyes on these, or maybe you just don't know which one, and you already have the 120 palette, I wouldn't suggest you get this one unless you're trying to just like build up your collection and you want it there. I wouldn't suggest you get this one unless you already have all the other ones. If you really want to get colors that are different than your 120 palette, I wouldn't suggest this one. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad palette because it's an awesome palette, but I wouldn't suggest it if you are looking to expand your colors beyond the 120 palette, because there's a lot of colors in here that are already in there. Okay, so moving on, and swatches and pictures and more details of that will be in my blog, so check that out. And then the last palette that I want to show you guys is my 10 blush palette. This is actually an eBay palette. They also have it in Coastal Scents, and yeah, it looks crazy because it's actually a matte finish to it, but I went a little crazy and I did kind of a little leopard colorful design to it with nail polish. I didn't finish these 3 groups, but yeah, I just got bored. Alright, so opening this up, you have 10 blush, obviously, because it's called the 10 blush palette. You have your kind of like salmon colors here, and then you have like an orangey, and then your hot like pink color, kind of scary looking, but it goes on pretty nice actually. And then you have like your lighter pinks, your like kind of cream colors, and then like a light pink, which this one's actually pretty nice. I used this one the other day. And then you have a really light one right here. So you have a blush for like every different type of color, skin, and like every variation you could probably make do with this. Alright, so if you are just going into like getting your own blush going on, you're trying to start your collection and you don't want to spend too much on high-end makeup, and you're looking for the perfect palette for the perfect, like with the perfect blushes, I would recommend you guys to get the 10 palette blush because it has a lot of different colors, and the pricing is very nice. Whether you get it on eBay or you get it in Coastal Scents, it's still pretty affordable. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video, and I'm actually very happy that I kept it under 15 minutes because the other one was 20. And if you guys would like to see a review on my 120 palette, you guys go ahead and let me know that, because I'm pretty sure I did a review on it before when I had like my crappy camera just getting started. But again, thank you guys for watching. I will have the details of the seller from eBay on the down bar, and I will also have a link to my blog that you guys can check out pictures, swatches of all of these palettes and more information. So go ahead and check that out, and thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Bye!